none. Net control does have one, and the fact that we do have the March meeting of the Bristol Amateur Radio Club on Thursday evening at 7 p.m. at the Bristol Regional Medical Center, and there will also be testing offered afterwards. So hope to see many of you all out for that. Are there any mobile stations with or without traffic who would like to check in at this time? Please let me know if you're in and out. Come now.
WE4AWJ, Emmett, Portable, and Bristol.
W4JH, Ben, check me in and out, please. I'll be listening.
N4NT, Adam, Portable, and Bristol. KT4, RSQ, Stephen, and Bluff City.
KM4OUY, Robert, Kingsport.
Okay, here's what I've got so far. I've got W4AWJ, Emmett, were you in and out?
I can stick around for a comment if you want.
Okay, stand by. I'll be right back to you. Yeah, I'll just miss that part of it. So I've got W4AWJ, Emmett, I've got W4JH, Jack, I've got N4NT, Adam, K4RSQ, Stephen, and KM4OUY. Is that you, Robert?
Roger, that's me, Robert.
Thanks, Robert. Any other mobile or portable stations you would like to check in? Hey, you're in none. Go to the top of the list. This is KT40, the Bristol 2-meter net. And Emmett, W4AWJ, good evening, and good to hear you.
Good evening, Ben, and everybody on the net, and everybody listening in. This is WE4AWJ. Well, not too much to report on this side. I didn't do anything to contest this weekend, and that's pretty much it for me. Hate that the practice got canceled for tomorrow, but I guess we'll see everybody Thursday night at the meeting. So with that, we'll say 73 to everybody, and everybody take care. This is WE4AWJ back to the net.
Okay, WE4AWJ is KT40 and Bristol 2-meter net. Yeah, good to hear you, Emmett. I wasn't able to get on there at the contest over the weekend either. They worked the CW one a couple of weeks ago, but we had a little bit going on, so anyway, that was kind of what happened. Anyway, there'll be more of them, and I think we got the WBX phone contest coming up in a couple of weeks. Should be a fun one. Let's see, we had W4JH, Jack, he was in and out. N4NT, Adam, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Ben, everybody on the net. Just getting in from grab my HT and so I could listen to the net while I was getting all my gear off and put away and all that kind of stuff. But appreciate you calling the net tonight. Good to hear a new voice in there. That's always entertaining, I guess, for lack of a better word. But anyway, just I want to reiterate the announcement you made about the meeting Thursday night. Remind everybody we'll be out there at the hospital and probably in our usual rooms. Look for that on the wall or the monitor. Also, the Friday after the meeting, 8 o'clock, we'll have have another 10-meter net on 28.474 megahertz. Start time of 8 o'clock, and again, I'll be on net logger and on the air a little bit early, just rag chewing and taking a few and building a list for the net later. Let me let the machine breathe here. so look forward to having another one of those. We'll have the link, I believe Dallas said he'll have the link up between 443 and our 10-meter frequency. And then hopefully after that, maybe next month, try to have one on 6 meters, and we'll bring it up at the meeting and see what everybody thinks as far as frequency and all that kind of stuff. The idea is just to try to move around and use some of the bands and modes that maybe we don't get to as much. Obviously 10 meters isn't doing much for us as far as DX goes, so if we can use it locally, and then same thing with 6 meters. And we might even try to do something on for those that have sideband capabilities on 2 meters at some point. Just kind of what we're going for there. But anyway, other than that, not a whole lot to report. Nothing for the Bristol, Tennessee residents. Nothing real exciting coming out of the city council meeting tonight. So I'll go ahead and turn it back over to net control. Appreciate you, Ben. 7-3 is the N4NT.
Good run down there on yeah, that'll be good for the 10-meter event this Friday, and we look forward to that. Yeah, hopefully I can try to be around to check in on that one. So hopefully a lot of folks be around for that as well. Those are always fun, and that'll be fun too if we can do some other ones like on 6 and 2 meters. So appreciate you doing that, Adam. That's good stuff. We'll break with Adam, and next up we've got Robert, KN40UY. Good evening, Robert. KT40.
Good evening, Ben and Annette. Not much to report here. I've put up a new antenna at the house. Put a Diamond X30 up. Seems to be doing real well. And just been playing around with 2 meter and doing some talking. That's about it.
Okay, well, real good, Robert. Yeah, it sounds good. Yeah, you got just a touch of white noise, but I think you're down in Kingsport, and if that's the case, you're making a real good trip back into the repeater, because this repeater's a little bit tough to get into from Kingsport, over.
Roger, yeah, I'm in Kingsport, and seems like there is a little bit of white noise in there tonight. That must be the cool weather conditions causing it.
Yeah, no doubt. It's probably got things frozen up just a little bit. Well, Robert, thanks for checking in, and hope to see you soon. And do you have anything else for us tonight?
No, that's about it. I'll see most of you Thursday at the meeting.
Hey, thanks, Robert. Good to hear you this evening. We'll break with Robert. That was the end of the mobiles and portables. Before we move on, were there any other mobiles or portables that'd like to check in? We'll move on and take any formal or informal traffic to the net. We'll get a regular any formal or informal traffic. This is KT40 and the Bristol 2 meter net. This time we'll take regular check-ins. Please call, and if you can, give me your name and give me your location, and I'll get you on the list. This is KT40 and the Bristol 2 meter net, looking for anyone, anywhere.
WD4JJ, Jim in Bristol.
KT4SQ, down in Bristol. N4KZS, Gary and Piney Flats.
if I dropped out, but looking for anybody anywhere out of that list. You got WD4JJ, Jim, KT4SQ Dale, and N4KCS Gary. Do we have anybody else that'd like to check in anywhere?
Net Control, please check in. KD4CCO, Dallas and Bristol.
Alice, I got you. Anybody else like to check into the Bristol Internet before we take this? Okay, we'll go back to the top. So, Jim, WD4JJ. Jim, good evening to you, and how are you?
Well, good evening, Ben. KT40 on the net, WD4JJ. Well, we're surviving. This weather's been something else. Well, we had a few days of sunshine, which really felt good, but we're back into winter again, so that's the way it goes. At least it's not raining. Maybe we'll give a chance for some of this water to disappear. Get people back to halfway normal anyway. Of course, it's a sad thing about the tornado, but anyhow, we've been doing all. We worked a little bit of a contest this weekend, played with it a little bit, but other than that, just staying in. Not much I can do in this kind of weather, just have to stay in and play. Been piddling around in the kitchen a little bit, so with frying up a little bit of stuff here and there. Other than that, Ben, that's about it. KT40 on the net, WD4JJ.
Oh, very good. Thanks, Jim. Internet, this is KT40. Well, sounds good. Sorry. And that's what we're doing. Got a fire going and had a little basketball on this evening, so that's been pretty good. But yeah, I think when this weather breaks, things are going to go growing like crazy and be big time for a lot of yard work. So, Jim, good to hear you. You sound great tonight. We'll break with Jim, and next up I've got Dale, KT4SQ, KT40. Good evening, Dale.
Yes, good evening. That's KT4SQ, and really, everything's, the weather is one thing, and anyhow, I can say that I do operate on 20 meters every day, but 15 hasn't been there at all. But we do at least hear a few stations on 20 meters that we want to talk to. But that's about it from here. Just hope everybody has a good day. So, back to Net Control. This is KT4SQ.
Okay, very good, Dale, KT4SQ and Bristol 2-meter net, KT40. Sounds good, yeah. I did see a few guys on the contest, had a few little early runs in Europe on 15 meters, so on Saturday morning and Sunday morning, but I think they were kind of short-lived. So, yeah, and I think, most of the wide share was done on swimming, so that's kind of part of the course. So good to hear you, Dale. Take care and settle soon. We'll break with Dale, and next up is Gary, N4KCS. Gary, hope you can hear me. It's KT40.
Now, N4KZS, signing in with the group. Good to hear everybody on. Yeah, Ben, you're gonna have to make you a coffee can antenna. You must be on a handheld down in the shack or something. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, good to hear everybody signing in. And yeah, I've listened around a little bit on 40 and 80 the last couple of days, and well, I know over the weekend there was a lot of traffic on the bands, and the bands were open fairly well for a few hours. I know 80 was open last night for a few hours, and it died out later. But maybe things are getting on the better side. Hope so. Anyway, good to hear everybody checking in 73s. God bless to all. And we'll turn it back to net control from N4KZS.
Yeah, very good, Gary. Yeah, glad you got on the bands. Yeah, I went up to high power. That should be what I do, but normally I can work the repeater pretty good with low power and about full clocking, but I must have been in a little bit of a dead spot right there. But yeah, just figured I'd with all the ball games on, I figured I'd do the net from the sofa instead of the shack. Good to hear you, Gary, and thanks for checking in. All right, this is KT40 and the Bristol 2-meter net, and do we have any more check-ins? That's the end of that list. Do we have anybody else that'd like to check in? Anybody anywhere, whether you're fixed, mobile, or portable, come now.
Ben, you had Dallas.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yep, I do. I've got him. Yeah. Dallas, sorry about that. KD4CCO. This is KT40 in the group. Go ahead and check in. Yeah, I missed that one there on the list.
No problem. I figured you'd come around and get me, but sooner or later there. So anyway, we're in for a cold night. My thermometer's froze up. It won't even measure the temperature anymore. I'm going to have to reboot it, I guess. Yeah, it's going to be a few cold nights and a few cold days, and then it's going to start warming up again. You know how it is, the roller coaster weather. So I guess that's about it from over here on Island Road. We'll turn it back to net control, say 73s. This is KD4CCO.
Right, thank you, Dallas. KD4CCO is KT40 and the Bristol 2-meter net. Yeah, I'm ready for the weather to have a little consistency on moving up on the thermometer too. So yeah, some of that milder weather kind of spoiled me. I wasn't ready for this little bit of shock. Cold weather is a little different for sure. All right, now that does bring us to the bottom of that list, and yeah, Jim, thanks for prompting me there with Dallas. Do we have anybody else that'd like to check into the Bristol 2-meter net as we're rolling here to a conclusion?
KT4 RSQ for recheck.
Go ahead, Stephen. KT4 RSQ is KT40.
Ben, I wasn't sure if you was monitoring the IM on NetLogger. Randy, N4RNS, wished to be checked in by proxy from Ecuador, 2,700 miles away, he said.
I do see that, yeah, and I was getting ready to give him a shout out. So yeah, thanks for bringing that to my attention. So we got N4RNS, and he's actually stroke. I think he says Hotel Charlie 2. So, yeah, an HC2. Yeah, thanks, Stephen, and yeah, that's awesome. Anyway, anybody else for the Bristol 2-meter net before we get ready to shut it down for the evening? All right. Well, I appreciate everybody that checks in. And before we do close, does anybody have anything else for the net before we close? Okay, hearing none, we had a total of 11 check-ins, including net control tonight. And I want to thank each of you for taking the time to check into the net, and enjoyed doing this. This is the first time I've run a net, I think, in probably 6 or 7 years. The last time I did was on 40 years, so it's been fun. But anyway, this is and and I'll be closing the Bristol 2-meter net, and I'll return the WQD repeater back to normal amateur use. 7-3, and hope to see everybody at the club meeting Thursday night. KT40.